ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Ultimate Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. I am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the slightly dead, maybe undead, I don't know, but still yet a prolific commenter in his own right, Zealeus!
Yo!
Okay, well, that was entertaining.
Yeah, what's up? What's going on, Mr. Charlie of the Dork Clan?
Oh, you know what? I need to...
Oh no, what did Charlie forget to do?
I've got to put our hands up there. Boom!
Oh! Thank you for a minute there. I
Hey there.
totally forgot that my name. That's why I was sleeping, is because, like, it gives the power of my name. It's what makes me be able to be who I am, because without my name, who am I?
It's deep, man. It's really deep.
Just answer me that, yeah. I'm waiting for an answer. Can you give me a rationale behind my needs?
We don't have enough time to discuss what you are.
No. Bring it. Let's start.
No.
Give us the short version. Give us the five-word version.
There's no 5-word version.
There is. You just have
Is this reality?
There you go! See, I knew you could do it. You had it in you. You just had to bring out the old stogie brain cells.
Speaking of which, we seriously need to have some at some point in the very near future.
Yes. Yes, we did.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us get into the Ultimate Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Thursday Night Hangout!
So, we have a lot of videos lined up for you this evening. They're short, but let us just show you a couple. Let's give you the first video, and then we'll talk about it a little bit, and then we'll go to the next video, and that's how we're going to format it for the time being to start this bad boy off. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to show you.
What if I want more ado?
All right. So there's a book series called The Pillars of the Earth. It is by Ken Follett. I swear to God, they've made a movie of this, or like a mini-series or something. So, Daedalic Entertainment, I believe, is going to be the publisher. I don't know who the developer is off the top of my head, but they're going to make an adaptation of the book. Now, I know that a lot of the adaptations that you see when it comes to series like Game of Thrones, trying to think of some of the other ones like Walking Dead.
The mobile there's like 18 billion Walking Dead mobile games.
Right, but I'm just saying, like episodic games or just games in general that are based off of a book series.
Okay.
A lot of them just kind of like they give you the setting, but they kind of give you a different look at it, like maybe like a different part to the story. This one apparently
isn't that basically Defiance?
Yes, absolutely. Well, Defiance is a TV show, but yes, it's the same concept. Okay, so the difference between the Pillars of the Earth and those is that the Pillars of the Earth are actually going to keep to the storyline of the actual book.
Interesting.
So basically what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to do a deeper dive into...
Dive deeper.
Dive deeper.
Just don't dive head first.
Exactly. So without further ado, here's a quick little trailer. It literally is just like a first video that they're releasing because this game's not due out until 2017. So here's a little sneak peek
That's
on
so far away, man.
The Pillars of the Earth. First video insights.
Daily entertainment.
I hope the volume's up. Looks like it. Yeah. So it's coming out for the PC, it's coming out for the Xbox One, it's coming out for mobile.
Everything.
Yeah, it's basically coming out for everything.
Pre-rendered alpha art that may or may not be in the final version.
Well, of course not. They got a year.
Artists doing artistry things.
That's a quest line. That's probably a cutscene.
People have to read.
Hey, look at that! Look
it's a book. Blasphemy.
Look how thick those books were, though. That's Zealeus books right there. I do like the art style.
I'm about to say I am actually digging that art style. It looks pretty cool.
Basti Lube.
Sounds French.
I think. It's European. That's for sure.
Looks like Witcher. Like how you kind of start like in a jail cell.
Aliena. Is that Aliena?
It kind of looks like It kind of feels like Witcher.
What have they done to you?
But with like the art style of Banner Saga.
I swear by Almighty God and Jesus Christ and all the saints that I will take care of my brother Richard until he has fulfilled his vow.
King Richard Lionheart? looks like it's choice driven on how you want to fill their quest and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess there is going to be a little, but it's going to, from my understanding, it's going to utilize the main characters. It's not going to be like,
Whoa,
oh
Where's
shit.
the money?
Here, I got it on me.
damn girl.
Back then, I had no idea that our path would lead us to the most unlikely of places.
Okay, so
A
the
small
overworld
and
map is going
insignificant
point to
place
point.
named Kingsbridge.
So what do you think?
So my first question, because it's supposed to like follow the main actual books close, like somewhat accurately,
Mhm.
is A, will it give spoilers for the books, and B, will it help to actually read the books to be able to successfully complete the game in this regard?
I would assume that if you have not read the books, which I don't know when the first one came out, I know for a fact that they're trying to release this game along with the third book being released.
Okay, interesting.
But I believe that this game is going to be the first book. So I'm assuming that it's one of those, if you haven't read it by this time, spoilers are off the table. Yeah,
I can
okay,
see.
so it is a miniseries.
There you go. So it's apparently got 4.5 stars off of Amazon with 4,300 reviews. Apparently it's really popular. I've honestly never heard of it before now.
I want to say that my brother-in-law was really into it, but I cannot remember off the top of my head. It sounds very familiar.
1,008 pages. It's pretty good size. Pretty good size.
So there you go. There you go. So I'm
June
very
29th, 2010.
I am very interested to see how they do this game, because if you're trying to keep really, really close to source material and you've already read the books, you kind of take some of the mystique out of it, some of the mystery, because you kind of know where it's going to go. But at the same time, if it's going to be interactive, there's got to be a chance to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if you fail, is it game over, or is there any type of like mechanism in the game where if you fail something, so you kind of go off? What's up, White Kid 47?
What kid in the house?
Where you go off, but you could come back. You can come back into the main storyline. I'll be very interested to see. Like I said, this thing is coming out for PCs. It's coming out for Macs. It's coming out for Linux. It's coming out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and mobile devices, which basically is, I think it's iOS and Android, be it your phone or your tablet.
Sounds like it's coming everywhere. Sorry, I'm actually I'm adding to my Amazon wish list.
There you go.
So I have another book to read. Hooray!
But the thing about this, when you name so many platforms, my one fear always is going to be what, if any, is going to be left out on the smaller versions.
Well, and you've already seen, like, it's come out where they've done the actual comparisons of, say, Windows versus the Steam OS, which is really just Linux counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
And games are losing anywhere between 30 to 50% FPS.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge drop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, granted, though, looking at this trailer,
Mhm.
the game don't look incredible. Let's be honest, it didn't look very graphically intensive.
No.
And that's not a bad thing. It's just the reality. It didn't really look like it's going to require.
But still, it's right. But still,
But it still looked
it's
like-
going to need a little bit of juice in there in order to.
Now, the other thing I'd be worried about too is, obviously they want to come out of. Excuse me, I need to burp, but I can't. There we go. They're aiming for it to come out with the release of the third book, which is great, cross-promotion, all that jazz. But at the same time, that kind of puts an enormous amount of pressure on both the author and the developer to actually have their finished product by then.
Right, absolutely.
And how often do we see video games that come out rushed because they're trying to meet that deadline? And you've really not left yourself with a whole lot of flexibility now if you're the publisher as far as your release date goes. So that's my one fear as far as that joint publicity goes, is you really box yourself into a corner if something does not work out in your development phase.
Absolutely. And to be honest with you, I have a funny feeling that if there's going to be something delayed, it's not actually going to be the game. I think it's going to be the book. I don't know why, but right here, right now, I'm saying that if there's going to be a delay, it's actually going to be the book.
I think you're cockamamie nuts.
Thank you.
That's all right. That's what brings you the charm.
Indeed.
Yes.
So anyways, the Pillars of the Earth, it's still a good chunk out there. I mean, we're still, we are closely approaching December 2015, so we got like...
You still got at least over a year.
Yeah, absolutely, over a year. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes. The other interesting thing is I know that, one of the things that you also have to take into consideration is when you see an adaptation, a video game adaptation of a movie, of a book, of a TV show or something, the question always has to be asked, how close are the developers to the individuals who are actually writing it? Is it we're just taking that universe and we got a couple of character names and we're going to spin our own tale? Because, as they stated, they're going to try to keep to the book.
Well, if you look at, you have some authors like, what's his name? The Drish T author, R.A. Salvatore.
Yeah.
Who's actually written gameplay storylines and quests.
I know, and the game went...
This is true. Apparently the storyline was great. I don't know.
It was great. But
so
the
you've seen
company
that,
was ran like shit.
You've kind of seen that history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of, authors kind of crossing over. So something like this that looks like it's pretty storyline driven for a video game would make perfect sense for that collaboration.
Right.
So that's a really good question. It's one of the things you'll have to see.
Well, the thing is, I know for a fact that Ken Follett is actually really close with the way that they're making it. Ken's has already featured it on his website, which you can check out his website from the Alter Confusion story. I linked straight to it.
Which brings up a very important question of
Yes,
the
sir.
evening.
Uh-huh.
What to you would make a fantastic adaptation of book to video game?
Oh, God.
What is something that you could see translated over?
See, okay, so I have a bunch of, I would love to see it happen, but I don't know how they would do it.
Yes.
So, would I love to see either a mini-series or a game in which I could jump into the story and the universe of Great Book of Amber?
Of course, who would?
Absolutely. But do I think they could do it right?
Probably
not.
Probably not.
The only way that you could probably do it is if you went with an episodic approach, and unfortunately with episodic, there's a lot of pitfalls. So I would, to be honest with you, I think it'd be like a graphic novel. I think I wouldn't be like a book.
Okay.
I think it'd be more of a graphic novel, and I would love to see like a. See, the problem is I've already seen a graphic novel done wrong, and that, of course, is Scott Pilgrim. I did not like the way they did Scott Pilgrim. I don't know. I really don't know. I would kind of like. Okay, so I've been listening to this series on Audible, and I'm going to be honest with you. I can't remember the series off the top of my head, so I'm going to have to.
That's right.
Look
Look on your phone. You're cheating. I understand.
The book is.
Loading on Audible as we speak.
The series is called. The series is called the Grimoire Chronicles. Oh, sorry, the Grimoire Chronicles.
I don't know how to say your face name. Hikani Gamer 12. So we here at Alta Confusion, we are a independent video game review website. So we talk mostly about various independent games. Like for instance, we just showed Ken Follett's Pillars of Earth. So we talk about whatever's ever going. We do talk about, regular national news too. So, there's big console news or big game coming out. We definitely talk about that, or anything in the general geek/nerd realm. And we also love to hear any questions, thoughts, or opinions from our audience.
Mm-hmm.
So basically anything related to video games or anything that could be tangentially associated with video games is basically fair game really on the podcast.
And we'll even go out to the nerdy stuff anyways.
Yes.
So basically it's called the Grimoire Chronicles by Larry Correia. I would love an MMO there because they've got it's kind of like Heroes, but set in like film noir, like 1920s setting.
Okay.
Where you've got these super you've got these individuals who have these special powers.
Mhm.
They've got some people can control fire, some people control electricity, some can travel. So it's basically like heroes, but in the 1920s. I really like it.
I know what I'd want to see.
What's that?
It's Robert. Oh my gosh, no. What's his name?
You saying Wheels of Time?
No, the guy who took over for him.
Oh, it's not Robert Jordan. No. Robert Jordan was the guy.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
it was the
the
next
guy who took over for him. I'm going to tell mine like an author's name, but he wrote the Mistborn trilogy series, which is a phenomenal series. It's a phenomenal fantasy series, but he has an extremely unique take on the on magic building, on how do your characters use magic in the actual world of the Mistborn. And I would love to see a video game that takes how
Keep going.
and how they use magic in it. For instance, like what they do is if you want to cast a spell, basically you have different elements. So like if you want to have I forget what the correlation is because it's been a couple years since I read it. But say you want to push somebody away, you might have to have the iron element on you, like actually holding iron to push somebody away. In order to create fire, you might have to have sulfur on you. So something like that, where you act, and then you can combine them into potentially mysterious, deadly ways. So some kind of magic platform utilizing that in a video game, I think would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be. Real quick, apparently Dead Space 4 is there's rumors that it's in development, which is awesome. But okay, so here's my caveat about Dead Space.
There's always a caveat with Charlie.
Look, Dead Space 1, spooky as hell, loved it. It's a horror survival game. Dead Space 2, spooky as hell, loved it. Horror survival game. Dead Space 3, let's just throw the horror out and let's make it kind of watered down. So it's like
no love.
There's like spooky survival. So I'm hoping that they go back to their roots. Julie washed it.
No, this is really annoying me because it's the wrong. Oh crap.
Yeah, Julie washed it and the wash machine's broken.
No.
I know. Anyways, that would be I would be all over that if damn it, now I've got to look that up now because
what
I need to once we're done with this show I need to look up Dead Space 4 because if they're really making a Dead Space 4 I need to know about it now like yesterday. So I've got to write this down real quick.
So you might have to play another console game.
Yeah.
Because Charlie over here is not that well. Because most independently developed titles, they're not likely coming out on your PS4 or Xbox.
Well, the thing is that you have a certification process when you enter those, and you also have to do some kind of like dev kit or
well,
some
let's be
kind
honest.
of
If
contract.
you're a developer without millions of dollars income into your coffers,
Right.
it's a whole lot easier to develop for either a mobile platform or particularly Steam/Greenlight.
Right. Well,
that's just the reality.
But that's
It's a
that's
much lower
the brilliant, in my opinion, that's the brilliant move that Microsoft has done. Is that when you upgrade to Windows 10, if you develop a game for Windows 10, it also goes straight on the Xbox One. There's no porting required.
But you have to
it's the same
pass a
architecture.
certification or anything for it to get on the Xbox. Like if I go create Zealeus Plays with Cats on the Windows 10, I'm not going to just magically get it to be able to play on the Xbox.
Right.
So that'd be some process.
I've also heard that they probably will make a 4-player co-op campaign, but I don't know. So in my opinion, that'd be really freaking hard to do. If you go co-op for in a 3-dimensional world, well, the thing is, Dead Space it is linear. It's not like you can kind of.
You do have rails.
Right. So I guess it could work. It would be. Well, I mean, I can't remember if the latest Halo. I mean, you've got 4 people in your party.
Well,
so
there's video games that do it. I mean, you have. Look at the biggest one that is. Oh my gosh, total brain fart. Diablo 3. I mean, that's a pure co-op, mission-driven game.
Right.
That's a long one. Or Heroes of the North was a Lord of the Rings game. That was pure co-op, where you could do it. So it's doable. You would hopefully with the new generation of consoles, you can get more awesomeness. You would think.
Wow, okay. This is a deep question. All right, here's a Fallout question. I have never advocated war except as means of peace, so seek peace but prepare for war because war never changes. War is like winter and winter is coming.
Oh, Lord.
This is a quote from Ulysses S. Grant, used by Bethesda for the Fallout motto. What does this quote mean in regards to nuclear war? Well, the war's already happened, right? In Fallout, it's the Fallout after the nuclear bomb has gone kablooey.
That's why they're in a fallout shelter, apparently.
So that the war is over, so that it could bring peace. But of course, the nuclear fallout would cause the mutation of all the individuals who weren't in the vault, and then of course drive them crazy and corrupt their minds. And then you have those individuals who are the profiteers from a complete blow up of the governmental system. So I'm not exactly sure how that quote goes into nuclear war, but I could tell you that apparently everyone's having a lot of fun with Fallout 4.
Are you going to play Fallout 4?
Eventually. The thing is, so at Ultra Confusion, the vast majority of the games that are reviewed by Ultra Confusion go through me.
Do you think fighting for peace is a misconception? Wow, that's deep. Well, you can go to like the whole just war theory from like St. Thomas Aquinas, and that is the overall good of what you're trying to accomplish outweigh the negative of the war. Like, I don't think there'd be many people who are going to argue that, say, for instance, World War II was a bad war for the United States to engage in. I think that's pretty hard to argue against. But then you could say, I'm not going to cast judgment on it, but say the most recent war, because the government doesn't actually call it a war, with Iraq. Was that good or bad? Is the positives outweigh the negatives? I don't know the answer to the question. So that's the question, is when you go into war, is it just? That's what it comes down to. Is your overall positives outweighing the negatives? And more often than not, I would say definitely not. I think very rarely are wars actually
Holy
just.
crap. Are you trying to write like a thesis or a dissertation?
Leslie, do you think connects with social... No, it has nothing to do with social Darwinism. Social Darwinism is... No.
Okay. All right. Now, while y'all are formulating your next question, I would like to show off the next trailer that we have lined up here. And this, of course, is we're going to go right into Wizards and Wagons. Wizards and Wagons is an iOS game where you are the great hero who defeated the great evil. And you think, man, I'm set for life. And then it turns out, well, you're now unemployed and you're not making any money and you're basically out on...
Actually, your question, that reminds me of a show I've been watching called The 100. I'm not going to talk about why your question actually relates to 100 because it would give away a huge plot line. But it reminds me a lot of that show, actually, of something that's in a major plot line in the show.
All right, so real quick, here is Wizards and Wagons. It's for the iOS. It's out right now. I don't remember what the price is off the top of my head, but enjoy.
Probably $19.99 or less.
Oh, no, yeah.
It always is. Safe bet. The Demon Lord has been defeated. Great hero and life of wealth is yours.
Yeah. But riches don't last forever.
Dun 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 dun.
This is you, the hero. Your house is for sale.
And Apple, hit your head. That's terrible. It's Newton. He had a light bulb moment.
All right, so basically, it's a trade game with RPG elements. You're going to be... Holy shit, that's a huge-ass wagon. Anyways, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be collecting items from one place and you're going to be having to send it to other places. And, of course, you're going to be attacked. This person has...
No!
Holy crap! That person had no weapons whatsoever, so you did. Yes. You can buy different wagons. Different wagons are available in different locations. Look at that nasty.
Ooh, the tanky nukes. What could go wrong?
I've got the tank too.
Ooh, fancy you.
Yeah. Okay. So these blue icons that you see right there, those are for weapons. Green ones are enhancements, and then any other spot, or hell, if you have an empty green or blue spot, you can put You can put items for sale at a different location. Every single town has a different wants and holy shit.
That's a lot of money.
And has what they want, what they don't want. They'll give you a good price on something, and you can see what you bought it for and how much they're willing to buy it from.
One
you
goal.
to sell
Good
it.
luck.
Yeah. It's holy hell, it is really hard. It's challenging. I've lost my wagon quite a few times.
I'll be honest, I probably won't play because I'm terrible at trade games.
It is complicated. I will fully admit.
So fanfic, I don't do fan fiction. So here's my thing with fan fiction.
Go for it.
Say, for instance, I'm just going to say a Game of Thrones, right?
Yep.
The way I look at it is George R. Martin or HBO, they've already written their own type of like what the masterpiece is meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you start reading fan fiction, it's obviously non-canonical. And I just don't care as much if it's not coming straight from basically the actual authors. So that's why I don't get into fan fiction, is it's not straight from like what the author is writing. And I want it to come straight from the author's brain cells. So that's for me why I've never quite gotten into fan fiction.
My issue. Okay, so fan fiction potentially can be amazing.
Look at Twilight. I'm just saying.
God, we're not bringing up Twilight because I know what the fanfic of Twilight is. Okay.
I'm just saying there's hope.
That's 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know, the fanfic of Twilight is 50 Shades of Grey. They just changed the names after a while. But anyways, the reason why I know that is because my wife is a huge fan. There. Anyways,
I'm not passing judgment.
Yeah. Fanfic. It has to be done right. And the problem is that, I mean, there are so many people out there who write stuff and it's really bad. And so it turns you off from being able to find the good stuff. It's just like independently developed games. I mean, it's literally the same damn thing.
Well, I think my other thing too is I read a really good book, and it's kind of like, okay, I can look at fan fiction, or I have a whole list of other really good books I want to read.
Right,
so it's kind of like I have so much time I can read. Do I want to read fan fiction, or do I want to read a book that I can find at Barnes & Noble? I'm probably going to read the book I can get at Barnes & Noble.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is, because you know that it's published, that it's gone through an editing process. But that's not to say that there's not some amazing fanfic.
I'm sure there is.
I mean, if you really, but the thing is, you have to be in my opinion, to really enjoy fanfic, you have to be a diehard for a specific genre or universe. Like if I had the time. Back when I was huge into .hack, I probably would have written some fanfic.
I can see that.
And that maybe it would have been good. I don't know.
The only series I ever really looked at fanfiction for was Harry Potter, because
Harry Potter, yes,
Potter?
Harry Potter, and I did peek around a little bit during my World of Warcraft days.
Ah, there you go.
Because the thing is, the MMO. Is, in my opinion, a perfect platform for fan fiction because it's so wide open. Yes, you have that. You've got that backbone story. You've got the lore and stuff like that. But you can literally write your own adventure and fan fiction.
But even then, I look at World of Warcraft. Okay, I can find and wade through the massive amount of fan fiction for World of Warcraft, or I can go get a Robert Knack World of Warcraft book that is going to have crazy action in it.
Well, here's the thing. For me, if it comes to fan fiction, I'm not going to look for it. If someone recommends it to me and goes, "Oh my God, this World of Warcraft fanfic is amazing,"
fair enough.
Then I'd be like, "Okay, let me check it out."
That is different, yes.
So there you go.
I don't have many people recommend fan fiction to me. I'm going to be honest.
You would have to be a very active. I think you would have to be a very active member in that. League of Legends, yes. League of Legends, absolutely. League of Legends has fanfic out the.
I can definitely see that because that storyline is wide open. I mean, what's the storyline in League of Legends? There's legends who are fighting. There you go crazy.
I mean, you get a little bit of a backstory behind the character, what their what the hell is the word I'm looking for?
History, backstory. You already said that.
No,
word.
yeah. Their drive. How are they driven?
Okay.
And then you could basically spin off their own adventures when they're not battling in an arena-like setting.
That's probably having sex with each other.
There's definitely fanfic out there that definitely will fall on those lines. Absolutely.
Which you probably won't find at Barnes & Noble much, unless it's 50 Shades of Grey or Harley Quinn novels.
Yeah.
Or I guess, all the weird paranormal vampire stuff that they have now.
I think they're on vampire werewolves, hybrids.
So it's morphed into hybrids. Now
Yeah.
they've gone on from werewolves, now they're vampires, now you got let's just combine two, let's see what happens.
Oh!
What is your guys' opinion on Smite?
Do you think it has any flaws in the game? Okay.
Yes.
So,
One major flaw.
yeah. Okay. There's one big flaw, but real quick,
We like Smite overall.
we like Smite.
Smite.
One of the main reasons why, the thing is, I'm a little bit tainted when it comes to Smite. The reason is that Smite is actually made about a 25-minute drive from where we're broadcasting right now, because we're in Atlanta and Smite's made in Alpharetta, Georgia.
By Hi-Res Studios.
By Hi-Res Studios. I know a lot of guys there. I know the lead UI artist for the Xbox One version of the game, and then he's also done a lot of work on some of the other stuff. I know the lead PR guy. We've personally gone to the Smite World Championship, and I've already got my ticket for the Smite World Championship for next year. I don't know if Zealeus has or not. I don't know. Nope. Okay, he's got to get on that. So I like it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Just like any other multiplayer game for me, I don't like to do things competitively, which is kind of funny because you're like, oh, well, that's all that it is. It's a MOBA. It's
PvP.
Yeah, it's PvP. So for Smite, I thoroughly enjoy Assault, which is it's a single lane and you randomly assigned gods. And I also like Arena, which is just like you got a big bowl area that you just run out, beat the shit out of people.
Just saying it's not Conquest.
No, I do not. I don't do Conquest. I've stopped playing Joust. I used to be huge into Joust, which is the 3-on-3 with 3 lanes, but no jungle. And then I don't even mess with the Siege.
Yeah. My thing is I like Smite too. My problem with Smite is basically the community can be extremely toxic.
Absolutely.
And, if you play one bad game and you feed the enemy, then people start blacklisting you, get reported, and all kinds of annoying things. And I know I should get a thicker skin when I play Smite. But when I play video games, I'm not playing it to play with a toxic community. I don't want to even have to worry about, okay, what are these jackasses saying to me? That's just not... I can spend my time playing other games. So That's kind of I come back, but here's one thing that's happened with Smite though, is I really, really like the gameplay of Smite. I like that, over the shoulder. Thank you.
It's called 3/4 view.
3/4 view, the kind of action-oriented style of it, and it's pretty fast-paced. And the problem is just going from that back to other MOBAs, because I still every once in a while I'll throw up some. I don't play Dota 2 because Dota 2 just did not do it for me. But I'll throw up some League of Legends or some Heroes of the Storm, and the gameplay just is not action-paced and interesting to me anymore. That's one thing I think that Smite really has, is I find the gameplay much more engaging and fun to play with that 3/4 view over the isometric view that all the other games have.
Right.
So that's the thing I think that Smite really has going for it. I think that's one of the reasons that's cool on the Xbox One, is because it perfectly transfers to the controller.
That's Beldana, something like that. Is the girl who looks like a
totally
Gyarados.
OP when she starts.
Right, absolutely. Gosh, she was OP. My favorite characters is on her. I used to be the some other dude, Eular or something like that.
Yeah, Ymir.
No,
Ice guy.
You're thinking that's Ymir.
Ymir.
I do Ymir, but most of the time I'm playing as on her. I like him. He's fat. Because the thing is, I get over my head. I'm that Rambo guy who runs out and I'm like, oh shit, and have to run back as fast as possible. And on her has the leap ability.
Here's my other problem with Dota 2. Is the problem run to with, I think, and this is something Heroes of the Storm tries to alleviate, is, and Dota 2 is probably the most into this, is the meta of the game. You throw it into, say, Conquest, and, okay, I have 3 lanes. I guess I should go into a lane. I don't know, because I'm a noob. But there's a lot of other stuff going on, like the meta, like the jungle, and other things. When do you attack this? When do you double this lane? And Dota 2 is probably the most into the meta of the game. And I just don't get a shit enough to know about meta in games. And that also means the builds of, how are you buying your equipment and leveling up and all that stuff. And I just don't care enough to really get into it. And so Dota 2 is probably the most turned off to me. But if you're totally into MOBAs, I could definitely see where Dota 2 is actually really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, to me, it's like you have Dota 2 in the most extreme end, then Heroes of the Storm is like MOBA Light, basically. And that's why I like probably Heroes of the Storm right there with Smite, because Heroes of the Storm is like, it's not necessarily easy because you have competition, but as far as what are your objectives and what you're supposed to be doing, it's definitely the easy mode version.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons I like it.
So, a new, I guess it's a MOBA that just came out, and I don't know why I haven't seen you on there yet. But
Which one?
Paladins.
Oh, no good reason. Oh, I know why. I'm playing a different game.
Oh, okay.
I'm
What game are you playing?
Banished.
Oh, you're still playing Banished?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
still playing. I like Banished.
All right, so Paladins
It's like
closed
an
beta
anti-MOBA.
from
Hi-res.
Hi-Res has just started. I've actually got an extra key. It's interesting. I'm watching all these like instructional
it's
videos.
A MOBA? Wait, it's a MOBA from Hi-Res? I'm confused.
What? That's all they make.
Wait, but it's another MOBA, is what I'm saying.
It's like a first-person. You're in arena.
So it's a different
you
MOBA.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Like, real quick, if you're playing Smite, I recommend that you play Assault, so that you randomly get assigned gods, so you can figure out if there is a better fit for you. Because that's how I found out about on her. Actually, the reason why I found out about on her is because Barracuda uses on her, and I'm like, shit, I want to do that. Of course, I know I'm not as good as Barracuda, but anyways, Paladins. It's a 5v5. You're on a map. Right now, you've got these these capture points. You get enough points on the capture point, it produces a siege engine, which you have to protect, and you're trying to blow up 3 different gates of your opponent. Once you've blown up those 3 gates, you win the game.
Okay.
The cool thing about this is that every single character has they level up as they play, which of course fine. There's no shop, there's no inventory. What happens is every single time you level up, there's like a deck of cards that are specific for your character, and you get dealt 3 random cards. You get to select one, which could be like an enhancement for your firepower, your speed, your protection. It could be a temporary one, could be your hit points, something like that.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. I did not play against real opponents. I mean, it was me and a bunch of real people versus computer.
Okay.
Because I'm too damn scared. Have you? What is J Nelp?
I have no idea.
But yeah, I highly recommend that you check out Paladins. Oh, speaking of extra codes,
brainstorm. Charlie has a brainstorm.
Speaking of extra codes here,
tennis in the face.
I hope there's a video.
Oh, what a goofy game!
I know.
Just throw on the Ouya. We can live stream it.
Oh God. Have you known that there is a Dynasty Warrior character in Smite? Yes. His name is Guan Yu.
He's a relatively new one, isn't he?
No, God, Guan Yu's been around forever.
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking about the
Sun God one.
Yeah, he's more recent. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, so real quick, this is just okay. Oh my gosh, I hope I can do this. All right, since I'm doing this on the fly, I apologize that the video is all kind of crapped up, but I have some extra codes for this game.
Resize.
I know. What the? Makes a lot of douchebag. What the hell is that? Okay, that's interesting.
It's not going well.
Yeah, okay. Huh. Okay, well, screw that. We're just going to do this then.
Add region.
Yep. All right, so there's a game called Tennis in the Face. And Alter Confusion is the proud owner of a couple extra codes. So if anybody wants an extra code, I think we can find a way to get you this code, so that you too can play the game. Oh, son of a bitch! Man,
Turn one off.
I did.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So, oops. Of course, I've muted the thing. All right. Let's just get right into it. Good lord.
We just want the gameplay, man. Never been trying.
Oh my god, I just went to another video. I'm awesome, guys.
Fail.
Alright, so here's tennis in the face. Oh god, this music. Alright, let's just get right into it.
You ain't gonna get my explodes.
Alright, so it's a puzzle game where you're using physics. You're a washed up tennis player who blames this this powerful energy drink called Explodes. Really? What the hell? Dude, seriously. Who the hell is doing this playthrough? This is terrible. Oh my god. Dude, seriously? Okay, so basically you're trying to kill all the guys on the screen.
Well, that should be good, right there. Oh, you had it, yeah.
Oh, I had it. There we go. Boom. Dude, that's terrible. Whomever did that playthrough did not know how to play the game. I'm just saying. Anyways, we got a couple extra codes for the PC if anyone's interested.
Or we could go play the Ouya.
You know, I never hooked it back up after MonsterCon.
Nice. It probably still has the tainted smell.
Yeah.
Mine's hooked up.
Good. Glad to hear it.
I haven't actually turned it on, but it's hooked up. You know, maybe I'll play it on, turn it on, play some Nimble Quest.
Nimble Quest!
It's a good game.
All right, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any other questions or comments or questions or questions, well, that sounds
You know,
great.
questions.
Just hit us up. Damn, I had another question for you.
Uh-oh, sounds dangerous. Oh no, you forgot it!
Mm-hmm.
Your brain cells, where did they go? Too much Mountain Dew. It's killing it.
No.
It's killing
Have you guys tried Dynasty Warrior 8 by chance? No. So the closest I ever came to Dynasty Warrior was, oh my god, I forgot the name of the game.
Is it the Panda game?
No, it's not the. No, Dynasty Warrior is basically like a serious hack and slash game. I mean, absolutely hack and slash until you can't feel your fingers anymore because you are button mashing the shite out of your controller.
That sounds crazy.
It's an Xbox 360 game. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll
I
find
never
it.
played it.
No, not Dynasty Warriors. The game I'm thinking of is an Xbox 360 game. It is called... Please tell me I did a review of it. I've done so many reviews, I can't remember what the hell I've written and what I have.
No, I'm going to guess no. I'm guessing it's not Ghostbusters.
No, it's not Ghostbusters. Damn it. I'm going to have to go into the other room and find it because it's going to bug the crap out of me. Damn. No, I don't have it. It's, oh god. You guys heard of HoloLens and what you think of it? Yes, I've heard of HoloLenses. It's Microsoft's kind of augmented reality glasses. I think they're going to be awesome.
You really think so?
They can be. I mean, if Microsoft does it right.
Well, you never know. But yeah, it's like, I mean, every console manufacturer is trying to do their own version of some kind of augmented reality / virtual reality / augmented virtual reality of who knows what. You got the HoloLens, Sony's doing their version. You got the...
Wait, they're calling Sony VR now.
The Sony VR, that's just the original name they have.
This is the game I was thinking about.
99
Nights.
That sounds terrible. No review for it? It's terrible.
Did I really not write a review for 99 Nights? Probably not. Nope, it's there.
Nope.
6.8.
Oh, yeah, terrible.
Yeah. Anyways,
99 Nights. Looks extreme.
I don't know.
Battle in all battles. That's right.
It's to be honest with you, 99 Nights was all about let's see how many enemies we could put on a screen and make your Xbox 360 want to scream but still be playable.
Because there's too many assets. It's trying to do it at once.
Yep.
Sounds like a great Xbox One game. Maybe they'll actually be able to process it.
They actually came out with two of them. They came out with another one. In 3.2 or squared. Or
I was going to say 98 Nights.
No, 99 Nights 2.
No.
They didn't try to get
That's
too
not
clever.
very original.
Can't be any worse than doing 7, which is S-E, the number 7, E-N.
Yeah, but it was a great movie.
I know, it's a
It
great
made
movie.
up for any fallacies about the movie or title. But the movie, who cares about the title when you have the movie? I'm just saying.
All right, let's throw this to the audience here. We were talking about this earlier. Is there a book, a movie, or a TV show that you think would, I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but I now going to claim this talk show as my favorite. Love it. Why, thank you. So, audience members, we were talking about this earlier. Let's bring this back up. Do you have a book or a favorite movie or TV show that you think could actually, if done right, make the transition to a kick-ass video game? Now, Zealeus and I were talking about this. There's quite a few book series that we think would be awesome, but it would be awkward as shit for it to actually
It's hard to do
try
it right a lot of cases.
Absolutely, because there's so many little nuances that you don't want to mess up. Of course, I'm a purist, so basically any movie that's based on a book, I want to punch in the face.
Basically, you're a snob, is what you're saying.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. I'm a snob.
There you go. At least
Look, I'm one of the very few people that, yes, did I enjoy the Harry Potter series, the movie series overall? I did enjoy certain parts, but I want everything. And everyone's like, "Whoa, that would be like a 7 or 10 hour movie." That's what I want. I want the 7 or 10 hour movie.
Wow.
That's why I was really into Game of Thrones. But the problem is George R.R. Martin can't keep up because he's doing all these fucking side projects. I don't know what the side projects are anymore, but
I need a world's smartest violin right about now because your life is
Twilight. But it's simple enough. Sure, why not? Vampires, werewolves.
Vampire Diaries is basically Twilight in television format. I'm just saying.
He's got guilty pleasures.
Oh yes, I watch Vampire Diaries and the originals. Yes.
I don't even know what the originals are.
Netflix is a dangerous habit.
Oh God, yes. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've got Xfinity on the go, Hulu, and Netflix open anytime that I need a little bit of background noise to get through the day.
There you go. So I have another book I'd like to see made into it as we're on the topic.
Yeah.
It's an author called Joe Abercrombie.
Yeah.
He writes very kind of gritty, serious, dark action fantasy novels, and it's a book called Best Served Cold. Basically, the premise of the book is it's a female warrior, and she's basically been wronged, and she wants to basically take vengeance on the person who wronged her. It's basically her creating a swath of blood and vengeance across the land. And it's one of those games where it wouldn't be too hard to follow mostly closely to the series or to the book, because most of the book is just her just kicking ass and taking names.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be very action-oriented of her, of just going around basically like a Diablo hack and slash and just killing everybody in sight. Mm-hmm. So that would be a relatively simplistic game to follow, true to the series, because there's not a whole lot of complexity to it. It's just her kicking ass, taking names.
Okay. So I still can't think of a really good series to easily make into. The thing is, I think
Well, think about it. When Game of Thrones was originally tossed out as we're gonna make a Game of Thrones series, everybody was like, "Hell no, that ain't working."
because there's so many different storylines, and they've definitely cut off a lot of storylines and changed
it's
stuff.
worked.
But right, absolutely. But the thing is, if you're going to take creative liberties with any property, you need to immediately come out and say that this is our own spin, or have the original source material.
So let me ask you a question: would you rather a adaptation try to stay as close to the storyline as possible and suck, or maybe they come out and be like, "Look, we want to make an adaptation of this book or movie series, but we realize we have to take certain liberties with it in order to make it into a video game. So we're just going to take the liberties that we need to make it into an awesome adaptation."
I don't know.
You're conflicted.
I am conflicted because okay. So the thing is, with Game of Thrones, you have
I don't know where you're going with this.
you basically stay as close to the source material, but you have to change things that just that wouldn't really work. And the thing is, the fans understand that. But when you do something like he's been put in timeout. But when you do something like the TV series Dresden Files, which didn't last for very long, but by Jim Butcher, which I love the books. But when you basically change a shit ton of stuff from the get-go, and then, yes, Jim Butcher came out and says, oh yeah, it's alternate universe, we're totally okay with this. It didn't feel right.
Well, that's the same thing that Terry Goodkind's Wizard's First Rule did. Mm-hmm. Is they made it into a very short-lived television series, but same thing. Like, you could watch the television series and then watch the book, and then read the book, and be like, is this the same freaking universe? Because they took such liberties with the book versus the TV adaptation.
Look, the TV series has been out.
Like it.
The TV series, The Dresden Files, has been out long enough, so I'm going to give you a spoiler, and so are the books, or this piece in the books has been out for a long time.
Let's be honest, if you haven't watched The Dresden Files by now, you're not going to.
Look, here's the deal. In The Dresden Files, the TV series, Harry Dresden and Bianca, the leader of the Red Court vampires, are apparently lovers. In the books, no. Oh my God. Bianca wants to burn Harry alive. It's not even a question. Though I have to say that Bianca, the Dresden File, introduced me to the lovely, lovely lady who ended up playing Micah on Warehouse 13.
Okay, I figured out a book series that could actually, I think would work. The Paracelf Hector. I think that could actually be done.
It could.
It would probably
you'd have to remove a lot of the sex.
It'd be in the CW. I'm just saying.
Okay, from book to TV.
Yeah, I think that could work.
Yeah, I thought you were talking book to game. I'm like, no, not that.
Sorry,
no.
CW. I think that'd be a pretty easy adaptation, relatively speaking.
Absolutely. I mean, you would have to water down the sex.
Well,
there's some very passionate sex in there.
True.
She does it with a werewolf, okay?
Make that sound like it's a weird thing.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that he's very aggressive.
Is there something wrong with furries?
No.
Okay, good.
Let's make one thing clear. Ultra Confusion has no problem with furries, and furries come in all shapes and sizes. They do every different level. Yes, there's some of the sexual stuff, but there's also individuals who just like to dress up and be drawn into that world. I have no problem with that.
There you go. Go furries.
It's just another form of cosplay. I mean,
I lose my tail.
Yes. Sometimes do I find myself going, oh dear God, you should not have cosplay as that person? Absolutely. That's my opinion. I'm not going to force it upon everyone. I'm not actually going to tell the individual, you look ridiculous. You should never do that. Because look, when you cosplay, you are trying to become a personification of a character. And if that makes you feel strong and makes you feel awesome, more power to you.
Brother.
If I'm going to cosplay, one of these days I'm actually going to cosplay.
Woo!
I am. And to be honest, my short list is there's 2 anime characters I would love to cosplay as. I would love to cosplay as Spike Spiegel.
Okay.
And I would love to cosplay as Nicholas D. Wolfwood. Just saying.
I cosplayed for the first time ever at Dragon Con as Doctor Who. David Tennant, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's pretty easy to pull off. You basically just need a blue pinstripe suit and a trench coat.
Yeah.
And a tie. And I never did get a sonic screwdriver, but it still worked.
Nakamoto! What's up? We're just talking. We be talking about...
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Cosplay.
Cosplay. Yeah. speaking of cosplay,
Mhm.
if you want to see a really cool thing, there's what's the cosplay? You know who I'm talking about? The video I sent you that you watched.
It's
is that?
Jessica Nagiri's Deathwing assemble.
So here's the thing: is a lot of cosplayers,
Oh.
especially the ones you see on the internet, see like say for instance on the front page of like Kotaku, all you see is like, ooh, they're hot. But the thing is like you watch Jessica Nagiri's thank you. She had a video, and it's about 12 to 13 minutes long, of her basically doing the Deathwing cosplay for World of Warcraft's BlizzCon, not World of Warcraft, Blizzard's World of Warcraft's BlizzCon's character Deathwing at BlizzCon.
Mhm.
Wow, that was annoying.
Mhm.
So she did the 12 to 13 minute video basically of her creating her cosplay from scratch from beginning to end. And the thing that's amazing about it is, I mean, yes, she's obviously a beautiful woman, but the amount of artistic skill, because she creates it all herself, and the amount of skill and expertise that goes into being able to create that from scratch is just amazing.
Mhm.
So, not only is she beautiful, but she actually has these, like, real skills that she's utilizing
Absolutely.
to make this cosplay happen. It was really fun to watch that video, to be like, wow, it's just really cool what they can do. And not just be eye candy, but be something more than that, which she absolutely does pull off.
Absolutely. Okay, so the question was asked.
Oh, we had a question.
Anime right now. What's your favorite anime?
Oh, Lord, I have no idea. I don't watch
Okay,
anime.
so I first got into anime thanks to a buddy of mine who gave me the first DVD
Nakamoto, really?
of Cowboy Bebop, and that was my gateway drug. I've done. I mean, I love Cowboy Bebop. I'll watch that any time of the day. I'll watch Trigun any time of the day. Samurai Champloo.
Shampoo.
Yep.
That's a fun show.
That is a fun show. I'll also do Rurouni Kenshin. I need to be in the mood for. Okay, see here's the problem. This is why it's a dangerous question for me. I own over 400 discs, be it DVDs or Blu-ray of anime.
He could basically pay off his house if he actually sold it.
No, I don't have that much anime.
I don't know, man. It's quite a horror.
I love like Porco Rosso. I love, oh man. I had a little bit of a guilty pleasure for Magic Knight's Rayearth. Get Backers, though I got really pissed that Get Backers kind of just the anime just stopped, and there's like so much more. Witch Hunter Robin, got to be in the mood for, but I would guess the movie that I always wanted to go back to, the original version, not the Americanized. Okay, let me throw this out here. I hate it with a passion when dumb asses try to Americanize a series. If I'm interested in watching a series, I want to see it in its true and original, unedited fucking glory.
You're on a rampage tonight, brother.
I am.
You're laying it all out.
Okay, so okay, real quick, Steam Boy. The original version versus the Americanized version. They just ripped scenes out. My favorite movie, it's a Korean movie, didn't do very well in the box office. I'm more of the, I like when the lower class like rises up to the upper class type of thing. So there's a movie called Wonderful Days, which got changed when it became Americanized as Blue Skies. And they basically ripped out the entire first scene and a couple of other random things, and it got me really pissed. So yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anime!
Whoa, anime. Okay. There's only been 2 animes I've ever actually liked.
Berserk.
3. Berserk?
But it fucking pisses me off. How the fuck do you start a series here and then do like this transition all the way back to yesterday's
Record of Lotus Wars.
And then end the series here? You're not even back to the fucking start of the goddamn series. Record of Lotus War. Amazing. Both of them.
And Claymore.
Yes. I like Claymore's.
Claymores. I love Claymore. But it seems like there's a history of the animes that have like one spectacular season and then nothing else ever comes out.
Well, I mean, that's what
there's
really what it is. A lot of the anime.
Like, where's more? I need more of this.
No. A lot of the animes, they follow a 26 episode format, unless you're Bleach or One Piece or Dragon Ball Z or what's the other one? There's another one
What
that's...
about Full Metal Alchemist? Because there's like 8 billion episodes.
No. Bleach is in a totally different league.
Okay.
Bleach has got 190 episodes.
Well, if you count both series of Full Metal Alchemist, you're probably around 200.
No, you're like 50 something.
No,
Yeah.
one season. Full Metal Alchemist, the original version, has like 110 episodes.
No, it doesn't. What the hell are you watching?
The Netflix version, because you have Full Metal Alchemist, and then you have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and one's like the shortened version, which I never quite understood, but it's like 1 billion episodes.
Yes, you may suggest
Yes,
an anime.
actually look up to settle our great debate of Full Metal Alchemist. Big out joke is Netflix has had 2 different versions, and I don't know if both are online right now.
Actually, it's this one. I got it. Don't worry.
Oh, I worry.
Oh.
Go away. Not you, my phone.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Okay, 51 episodes and 52 episodes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's still 103 episodes. That's a lot of
Fine.
episodes. All right.
Fine, but-
You're
but
right.
when you-
You're right.
but when you look
Okay, I'm wrong. Jeez. Get over it.
Yes! Charlie, victory!
Would you like a high five? Would you like a gold star?
No, I'm good.
Okay. You're Superman. Good job.
Speaking of Superman,
Okay. What's your Noragami?
Origami, I've actually seen that on Netflix. It's on Netflix. And Kanan, I want to say I've actually seen that as well. I'll have to try. Let me write that down.
I just can't get it. There's been a lot of animes I've watched like a couple of episodes of. Like the most recent ones was Death Note and Attack on Titan. And I just always get bored after a couple episodes. Anime just doesn't do it for me.
Okay, fine. Do you want to watch the live action of Death Note? Because I own it.
There's a live action version of
Oh
Death
yes,
Note.
I went into the theaters and saw the special engagement.
Was it good times?
The character who plays L is creepy as fuck.
Isn't that the point?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it works.
Same.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe someday I'll have to watch that.
Noragami is about a woman named Nora who becomes entrenched in the underworld of origami.
There's an underworld of origami. I was not aware of this.
Interesting. Well, there's an underworld for everything.
This is. I don't want to know anything more about the underworld of origami.
No,
the things that are going through my mind right now do not end well. They're not TV appropriate.
It's those back alleys and opium dens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Crazy things could happen with origami. I'm just saying.
Speaking of origami, I think it was some kind of like technology convention that's happening. They had like origami that was actually like roboticized and could like. I know it's a joke. We were just gonna let it go, Nakamoto. Come on now. But apparently, like you can make they had like, origami that could actually like they made a swan and the swan could actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's alive.
It's
The
alive!
origami is alive. Robot Gami.
Mm.
It's like a transformer.
Mm.
I like it.
More than meets the eye.
Thank you, Optimus Prime.
Autobots, roll out.
No.
No? Damn it. I tried.
I know, you tried so hard. I actually own the entire series of Transformers.
Damn, man.
I thought it had, wasn't it like Media Play or something?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, when that still existed, they had like a special deep discount. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I never actually watched it, but it looks cool.
No, it's not. It's just a big click stick medium.
Wow, you need to get better pens, bro. You gotta upgrade your life.
No, I've got some really fancy pens, but the problem is every single time I get a fancy pen, I lose it. But the cheap pens, I cannot lose if I wanted to. I'm like, oh shit, I lost it. And the next thing I'm like, oh, there it is.
So you need to camouflage your good pen as the bad pen,
Mm-hmm.
and you won't lose it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta deceive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You should work at that.
BO3.
Battle for Orion 3.
I don't know what BO3 is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I have no idea either. Can't help you there.
Mm-mm.
So, what games have you been playing, Charlie?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Wizards and Wagons for the iOS. I've been playing Templar Battle Force for Android. Black Ops 3. You mean let's rinse and repeat? Okay, so here's my problem with Call of Duty. Call of Duty, they are the forerunners of where the vast majority of AAA titles are going to go. And that is you have a core mechanic, and then they're just going to slam multiplayer maps at you until you can't see straight. Yes, it has a single-player mode, but let's be honest. The single-player mode in most of these games, especially first-person shooters, are being phased out so that you can, so that it basically boils down to a tutorial. Yes, I know Black Ops 3 does have its storyline, but that's not where the focus is. I don't play those games. The last one I had was Modern Warfare 3. Yes, I have a couple Call of Duties.
I know the students in school, they all play Black Ops 3. That's all they talk about.
Well, yeah, because it's the latest one out.
Did you play COD last night? I fragged you, bro. I'm like, no. But I don't play video games with students anyways.
The thing with look,
I curse a lot playing with video games. I probably shouldn't curse with my students.
Look, the fact of the matter is, even if I wanted to play these games, the vast majority of my time as the editor-in-chief of Alter Confusion is spent reviewing and playing independently developed games. So right now I have a AAA title, Halo 5,
Woo!
which I'm slowly trying to get through. Nice. Nakamoto. Not going to repeat that on... Yeah, we're recording the stream so people can actually read that. I'm not saying it. Shit, I was going to say something.
You're talking about Halo 5.
Right, Halo 5. That's gonna be that's basically my one game that I'm not reviewing. But games that I am reviewing, well, Tennis in the Face.
Templar Battle Force.
Templar Battle Force for the iOS. Tennis to the Face. Apotheon. Excuse me. Groundbreaker the game. Doorways Holy Mountains of Flesh is still in alpha, so I can't review that game. Actually, I need to reach out to some developers and get some more games.
Oh, you're running low on your queue?
Oh, Axiom Verge. See, that's the problem.
You gotta put them in the right place, yo.
No, sometimes when my computer resets, it screws
redoes,
with my...
The resolution gets all
wonky, and then it throws... Whoops. It just starts throwing icons around.
I hear you. It's terrible.
No, I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing this game.
You could create folders.
I do. It's called Finished With.
There you go. Nice. That works.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh my God! I got to write a review for Guns, Gore, Cannoli for the Xbox One.
That was from like a month ago.
Black Ops. People have made very negative comments about it, like how it's for kids because people who play them tend to say, "Oh my God, MLG, quick scope, trick shot, and so on and so forth." Well, okay. So here's the deal. Oh no. Oh, God, here comes the soapbox. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to draw your attention to one thing. I am a father. I know this sounds crazy, but I actually have 2 kids. They're very young, so I'm not that old. I don't know how, I don't know what that old means, but anyways.
33.
Thank you. A lot of these, there's a new generation of gamers out there. And unfortunately, video games have become the babysitter. And the unfortunate thing is that a lot of these games, like Black Ops 3, are being, I'm not going to say polluted. I'm going to say the vast majority of individuals who you're going to run into are going to be the younger variety. And unfortunately, anonymity seems to make their egos go out of fucking control, and it ruins the game experience. That's why I don't play MMOs for the vast majority. If I have to team up with strangers, I'm not playing the MMO.
But see, here's the key to all the online games. Like,
Yeah.
you talk about, like, for instance, COD and people being dickbags on it. I used to be heavily into Team Fortress 2. But I was a part of a guild called Me Fight. And basically it was from another weblog, but we all came together to play together. And when we played together, like, it was a very clear expectation when we played. Basically, you followed Will Wheaton's rule of the internet. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
And that was the rule. If you were a dick, guess what? You were banned. It was just no questions asked. You were off. Like, you can have good natured smack talk and have fun like that. But if you're truly being a douchebag, you're off. There was no warnings, you're just off. And that's one of the reasons I play Team Fortress 2 a lot, is because I had a solid community to play with. Same thing with MMOs. When I get really invested in MMOs, a lot of times it's because of the community I find myself involved with, my guild, who makes the game much more fun and interesting when you have those group of people who aren't douchebags.
Well, okay, so you had basically a don't be a dick or you get nailed type of mentality for that. Another game that's huge and it actually has it in the end user license agreement is Killing Floor 2.
Mm-hmm.
It basically says if you're an asshole, we reserve the right to remove your ability to play this game. So don't be a dick.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing. It's not exactly like that, but it's pretty freaking close to that in the language. Look, when I play a game online, I'm doing it to relax, to unwind. I am not a competitive gamer, okay? If I was a competitive gamer, I understand people chewing my ass out. But when I'm I'm on a team, I'm going to try my best. But if I screw up, I don't need to be belittled the entire fucking time. And I don't need any Leroy Jenkins running through the fucking map and screwing us over.
Jenkins! Sorry, he's legendary, man.
I know.
Saying.
But I'm just saying that there's that's one of the reasons why I got so into Defiance was that I could solo through the whole damn thing. Yes, there's instances where you could basically join forces with everyone in a specific area and basically get shared experience, shared money, shared equipment. But if I wanted to be that lone wolf that I like being, I didn't have to interface with anyone.
Well, I think here's the big thing that Defiance did, though. Is say even MMO, when you team up with other people, is you can't always be carried in an MMO. Meaning, like, say if you're a healer class in an MMO and you suck, guess what? Your entire party is going to die.
Absolutely, right.
Same thing with the tank. And a lot of MMOs, they even do it now, where even if your DPS is totally failing, you might wipe your party. But that's a big difference with a game like Defiance, the way that they did their wide open, like, co-op stuff. You could sunk like a bag of dicks and nobody would even actually notice.
Yeah.
Like, it would just be like, you could sit there and not do a damn thing in that instance, or like that open stuff, and nobody cared. You could be the worst player on the face of the planet, and people would not notice or care.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons it worked in Defiance with the mechanism, because you didn't, basically, Defiance, you don't have the Holy Trinity.
No, you do not.
DPS, healer, and tank. But when you have that, you create that dependency on each other, and that's where you create those type of situations. Same thing in MOBAs. You kind of still have that trinity of players, where you kind of have support and DP carries and all that stuff, so you have to depend on each other. But Defiance, you don't have that. Some people might call it issues. Some people might call it a feature of depending on each other. So you can be the worst player, and nobody's going to even notice. And that's one of the reasons it works.
Right. Absolutely. And I think that's it's really freaking tricky to do that. To basically remove the class system because everyone kind of depends on it. And to be honest with you, there's some stuff. I mean, there's some subtle, crafting you could do to be a little bit more of the healer because there's healing guns.
Yes.
Or there's little subtle changes that you could do to become the heavy where you get like armor that makes you a lot tougher and you've got big fucking guns.
I mean, there's honestly like you can be like.
But the thing is. The vast majority of players are the middle of the road. They might have a healing gun on occasion, or they might have the god damn it, it's the boost packs that you can basically
stem pack.
No, it's not a stem pack. It's basically like a boost thing that you slam it to the ground and while you're in there it does.
Okay, we need a new section for our little captions.
Okay,
rants. All right.
Oh god.
So
see, we had rants, but the problem is an individual who went by the name of the German stopped doing rants, and so we.
Well, it could be like an impromptu, like when it comes, like every once in a while, the rants start. So it's getting to that time, yeah.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, it has now reached the end of the Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. I apologize that we have to leave you. We always have so much fun every single Thursday night. We will
Especially when
actually
you have crazy people in the audience.
amazingly crazy, awesome people in the audience.
The crazier the better. I'm just saying.
Indeed,
as long as
indeed.
you're not trolling.
So here's the deal. We are not going to be doing a Thursday night hangout next Thursday because that is Thanksgiving, and I
Yay!
am not actually going to be in town.
Nor will I.
So
We'll be far, far away.
Yeah.
In a time long, long ago.
here's the deal. I'm going to try to get some streaming in between now and Thursday. We'll be, of course, using this channel, which is twitch.tv/alterconfusion. It's actually, all the information is right there, okay?
Above my head.
So the website
is www.alteredconfusion.com in case you can't not read. Facebook, again, if you're audio only, is Altered Space Confusion. Twitter, for the visually impaired, is at AlterConfusio. YouTube, in case you use Braille, is AlterConfusion LLC. And twitch.tv is twitch.tv/AlterConfusion. But if you're watching it live, I would hope you could figure that out. And you always got that little heart button that you can press on Twitch to favorite us.
Favorite us there. Hit us up. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on Twitter.
Send us fan fiction.
If you want to send us fan fiction, send us fan fiction. Look, here's the deal. We are here to help promote independently developed games.
Let us help you.
But the thing is, we can't really get to the awesomeness that is the gaming community without you. So if you want to add your 2 cents about a game or a story that we wrote up, hit us up on the website, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Twitter, leave us a comment on YouTube for Nakamoto.
I'm going to say
maybe.
no. Nakamoto
Maybe.
said what he did.
Zealeus.
No.
Zealeus really wants to read it.
Actually, you know who would want it? It's Ando.
Ando would
Send
love
it to Ando.
Ando would love it.
Yes.
Real quick. So look, if you want to help out in any capacity at Alter Confusion, we would love to have you. If you want to help write, just do comments. Promote. Some social media stuff. Get us out there. Look, we can't do this without you. We love having you as an audience, and we hope that you will stick around. And of course, tell all your friends.
And the more audience members we have, the more Turley ranks. So it just, the bar gets set high.
Indeed. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been our pleasure to give you this past hour and 15 plus minutes of awesomeness, nerdy stuff, independently developed games, some trailers, some really random rants, and of course, the opportunity to talk to you. So thank you.
And remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother. Yes, I tripped him up.
That was the worst, EXO ever. There was no cadence. You just stopped.
Whatever.
Midway through a sentence.
Blah, blah, blah,
It
blah.
doesn't work that way.